Isolation Nation. Hello, and welcome to the Social Distancing Social Club. Great to be with you again. It's episode 280, whatever. No one counts anymore. Someone does. Greg counts. I don't know what number it is. But this is the Social Distancing Social Club. We're very excited to be with you today. You know it as SDSC, and you know us as the Quarantine. So why don't you go ahead and meet leg number 2 of 4. It is Steve Hofstetter.
Hello, everybody. Hello, Ben. I think I know what number episode it is. It's number 200, and guess what?
What?
69.
Really?
I think so.
No.
It's going to be a special episode.
Is it not? I think it is.
67.
Damn it, I was so close. All right.
Yeah, but guys, 67 though.
Anyway, if you want to support the show, please do so. Top right of the screen is our Venmo. You can PayPal at sdscshow.com. Of course, Super Chat on the YouTube. Throw in those Facebook stars. Do all of that stuff. And ladies and gentlemen, let's introduce the next leg of the quarantine. Please welcome Mr. Chris Bowers.
Oh, wow.
I think it's 67 is when one of you is very short. I don't know if that's
Or one of you only has one leg, maybe? I don't know.
maybe. You know, I think it's just one of you is short, so don't get all the way. Doesn't matter. Queen Rachel's here. Queen, how you doing?
I think I'm probably at 67, guys. I'm real short.
And 11 is a 69 without much effort.
That's missionary?
No, 11 is just, if you're just not really...
And 11 is when two people as skinny as Steve do a 69.
That's an H. A big ass H.
Thank you, Powers. Anyway, welcome to the show, everybody.
Oh, I just got that. No. 2 minutes in. We don't need to talk about
his dick is the middle part of the H, Rachel.
I got it.
It's
I
like 8
understand
feet
that.
wide, so that's the joke I was making. That was Steve.
H
Okay.
as in, how the hell is this still a fucking joke?
It's my favorite one. So yeah, I went and bought leopard shoes today, so I'm very excited. But we'll show those later once they match the. I got 2 different kinds of leopard shoes.
Once they match the drapes, what are you going to say the rest?
See which ones match the coat. The coat I got yesterday. Remember I had a leopard coat yesterday. So
I remember that, but
one of them slightly lighter, one of them slightly darker. I haven't decided which one I want to roll with.
You know what they say? Do the shoes match the coat?
Yeah.
They do.
Nobody says that.
It's all right, fine. Pen, I was hoping you were wearing some Dodger shit so I could trash talk you, but
Oh, there you go. We did have a fun overnight game. The overnight game, so Dina had a package completely destroyed by the Canadian Postal Service. She just showed up and it was cut in half and almost all over the driveway. And so it was slogans for the Canadian Postal Service. The slogans for the Canadian Postal Service. So Andrea Gordon had Canadian Post. We are to packages what Air Canada is to people.
you also leave them destroyed in the driveway.
Yes. Barrelhead, when you absolutely positively have to get it there in multiple pieces.
Nice.
And Andrea Gordon was my favorite. She had, we fuck your shit up, but we're polite about it. Like that one a lot too. And that was the overnight game. Do we have a Night King winner, Rachel?
Package?
Yeah.
Package? What are you talking about?
The Night King game was Summer a Movie, and I liked Frankie Berman's Heat, Pray, Love, and Cynthia Cresswell's The Never-Ending Lawnmower Man story. But the winner, and I believe first-time Night King player, is Joe Payne. And because this one, it made me think, you guys might get it immediately, but Legends of the Season Before Autumn. Legends of the Fall. Yeah. It took me a minute because of that. I was like, oh, I like that one a lot. So Joe Payne, congratulations. You're the Night King winner. Email me and collect your prize.
Excellent. And today's game is we're going to continue with our whole pickup line thing, and we're doing pickup lines for servers. So whether you're picking up a server or a line said by a server, for example, want a fork? Say it quicker. It works. Okay. Or you could do a line like, "Don't mind the guy behind me. He's just training."
Oh.
Yeah. Okay. That wins.
Wow. That is the definition of a follow. I love it.
Or
I need a
how
follow.
about this one? Sorry about the mess. It's my first day. Anyway, the point is a pickup line from a server or for a server. What you do is you comment on any of our feeds if you want to play, but if you want yours to count toward the prize at the end of the show, as well as having a much better chance of being read on air, what you do is you comment with a tip, at least a $5 tip of a Super Chat, a Venmo, or a PayPal. We'll read those at the end. And, as always, if you are on a video front row, you get up to 2 entries for free.
That is
Wow, that's
true.
a deal.
It's an incredible deal. And speaking of video front rows,
Now, before we do that, real quick, we have a couple new. I know I always do this to you, Ben. I'm sorry. Whenever you're ready, I fuck with you. But hey, is it better that we get new patrons? It is.
Yes.
So, we've got a couple new patrons. Let me find them here. Cass. I don't know if you know Cass. If you've never met her, but she's upgraded to the VIP, which I appreciate. And
thank you so much, guys.
Alexandra and Philip are part of the pinned level, and so is
Alexandra.
I read the J wrong. I'm sorry, Alejandra. I know Philip's name. I can't memorize a cat's name and a person's name at the same time. It's tough. Anyway, those are the new patrons. Thanks so much for joining the Patreon. Patreon/SDSC. Okay, now we can do it.
Love that. Very excited to welcome the video front row to join the show, join the party. Please turn your cameras on. We are very excited to have you with us. Y'all look great today. Thank God there's no takeover that is making my life a challenge.
LaBelle was making a challenge yesterday, Ben? Is that what happened? Was that giving you needs?
That was the only thing getting me through, actually. We are joined by Greg. Waiter, don't burn my Jackson. We are joined by Stephen Val and their cat raccoon. What is that, a raccoon back there?
I don't know. He's proud of his butthole, though. Jesus.
No.
We are joined by a dear friend of the show, everybody. She just upgraded her Patreon level. You know her, you love her. It's Kurd Civilians. Great to have you, Kurd.
No, I hated when they killed the civilian Kurds. That was the worst part of the Iraqi war.
Oh, my God.
Wow.
That's a very strong point.
Oh, fuck.
That's a very strong point. We are now joined by JP Sleepy Bear wearing a tiara. I could just tell.
Looks more like a crown, but all right, that's cool.
We are joined by Joe the Thirst Trap Payne, everybody. He's shadowed out to protect his sexiness today, you guys. Or he's embarrassed to eat Frosted Flake cereal. One of the two. He might be embarrassed by his kid's cereal. One of the two.
It was a drive-by grandma.
What happened to grandma just walked by?
Drove by.
Didn't walk.
He's checking him out.
Joe, I got you. I think you got a shot, Joe.
I apologize for the background noise. I have made very clear my gardeners cannot come after 3 o'clock, and there we go. They don't.
Well, you can't come ever, so I guess that's the same thing.
Oh,
Is that too far? Was that the line? Oh, shit. I'm sorry, guys. It's the first groan. That's how you know. When they groan, it's over. That's the end of the joke.
Bowers, I strongly disagree. I think it was quite funny.
Sorry.
Tell that to Judy, you fuck. All right, anyway. We got James Nielsen here in the room. Great to have you, James. We are joined by Adrian Esposito, everybody. Hello, Adrian.
Oh.
Welcome. Great to have you. in our
Ben's going
video
to ask you to
front
turn your
row.
phone sideways at any moment, Adrian. So if you just want to do that right now, it doesn't bother you.
There it
There you
is.
go. Good job.
There it is. Then just lose a little headroom and you are in business. Boom, there it is. That's a frame, and it's back. And it's back how it was. We love having you here. Normally, I would never give such notes on the first time, but Bowers kind of egged me on to do that.
That was my fault.
We are joined by Aranka, Haneke, and the Flower Game.
I like your mug, Aranka.
Oh, wow. State Media get booted. I love it. That's a great mug.
Stay muted or get booted. I like that a lot. Even though we don't want people to stay muted, but still. Sean Ehrlich is here with us, you guys. Great to have Sean. He's wearing the pinks, and he's joined, as always, by a bottle of alcohol as a cry for help there on the shelf. It's always there.
Now, if you have half a bottle, you don't have a problem. That's how you know.
Are you drinking out of your stuffed animal? That's what I'd like to know.
Bowers, it depends. I understand you're saying that if there's half a bottle left, but if it starts, like, it depends on how recently it was full, I think.
No, I don't think it does. I'm saying if you have half a bottle on your shelf, you're not an alcoholic. My point is, somebody the other day said, how do you know if cocaine has gone bad? I said, well, if it's not gone, it's probably bad. I've never had extra cocaine. That's never happened to anyone in the history of the world.
Just a quick reminder, we have 2 professors on screen right now.
And our second professor, please welcome, straight from Australia, it is Zara Bending, everybody.
Good to see you, Zara. The bikini takeover was yesterday, but I appreciate the spirit.
Yes.
Oh, okay, good. My bad.
The dress, she's worn that dress on the show before. It's a very classy dress. We all love it.
Mm-hmm.
Great to have you back, Zara. I don't know why you're wearing headphones. You don't need to wear headphones. That's not a thing anymore. But you do you. Unless you're embarrassed by us. You don't want us being heard. You don't want us being heard by your roommate. Is that what it is?
No, it's just better audio. Also, I'm teaching the war on drugs today, so thanks for the material, guys.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, there you go.
Hey, hold on,
Teaching the war on drugs?
Zara, which side are you on?
Yeah, well,
It's not a thing.
yeah,
It's not a thing.
yeah, we
Political
lost.
facts.
If it was a war, we lost it. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, I
Damn
know,
fucking
because
right.
Bowers won the war on drugs. So.
I won the war with drugs, Steve.
I went into a very, very professional weed shop last night and bought a plethora of edibles that were professionally packaged. So I think corporations won the war on drugs yet again. I love that. I love that.
But true.
Well, yeah, but that's
Love
the
it.
great thing. A great thing about is that you can buy edibles and know how many grams of carbs are in your drugs. That's awesome.
Yep, it's pretty
Before you
amazing.
just bought a bag from a guy and hoped it was the thing you wanted. You know
It's
what I mean?
pretty amazing. Is this being counted against my front row time? Please clock out. This
Yes.
is my front row time.
Oh, sorry, my bad.
We are joined by Jack Dostal, waiting patiently with his sheet right there. Great to have you, Jack. Good to see you. Jack, it's not bikini day today, but I guess you wanted to spice it up a little. We are joined by Curtis Mason, everybody, with his King Biggie in the background. Love that. And we are joined by Ray Benjamin with the Nowhere Comedy Club shirt. Very well done. Nice shirt, sir. Love it. Love it. We are also. What happened?
He looked at his tits and realized he didn't have a bikini on, so he didn't take his shirt off.
Oh. I'm going to have to eat on the show. Suddenly very hungry. We are joined by the angle himself. It's Frank Notaro.
So stupid.
Everywhere you go.
You're lost out there and you're alone. Frank Notaro will show you his phone. Every time you look, we got Lindsey Brown joining us with some sort of a Elizabeth Taylor, Audrey Hepburn tiara style thing. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's on loan from Sotheby's, but I like it.
Very cool. Very cool.
We are joined by Frank Berman with a cool 70s style shirt. Looks like Fletch. I like that a lot.
Using the whole fist cock.
What's that, Frank?
That's a great compliment.
Yes.
Absolutely. It's the
Looking like Fletch.
greatest comedy of all time.
He actually got that shirt from the Underhills.
That's right.
Ah.
Unbeknownst to them, he just put it on Underhill. We are joined by a BBA herself. It's Dr. Abby Wright, everybody. Great to
Like
have
gardens.
you.
That looks like a real garden, not a background. That's awesome. Nice job.
No, that's a background.
No, I don't think so. That's a real
No?
garden, man.
I was gonna say that's a real garden.
Abby grew up in the wild, she was raised by plants.
A real garden. I'm not at home. I'm visiting relatives.
Nice.
Beautiful backdrop. In some small way, I was raised by plants as well. We are joined by Anna Hood, everybody.
Whee!
Great to have you, Anna. We are joined by Cassie Nolan. Slightly off center, but made room for that wave, which really worked perfectly.
Cassie Nolan is riding. Sorry.
That's a deep pull right there.
It's great.
We are here with Jason Ballish. Great to have you back, Balls. Ballish.
Close enough.
I was going to call you Balls, and I didn't feel like you might want that nickname, so I tried to alter it in the sentence. It didn't work out too good. Great to have you,
As
Jason.
the balls were coming out of his mouth, you know what? That sounded bad too. Sorry.
Wow. Wow.
That was good.
Oh, nice. Jason has my patch.
Nice.
We are joined by Jen Winkleplex, coming to us from the 16 screen Winkleplex. Great to have you here, Winks.
Makes my boobs look smaller.
That's everybody's goal. That's everybody's goal. That's my goal, and that's why I just buy looser and looser shirts, you guys.
But you fuck your shirts?
No, as I've said many times before, I've never been much of a boob man, but they're growing on me. We got Chris LaBalls joining us. What up, LaBalls? Great to have you. Also, I have a feeling you're about to spice things up. What's next up for you is Chris LaBulbs. Am I wrong? You got 3 lovely ladies back there behind you.
Did you end up with a tan line from the bikini balls, or did...
We are joined by Josepha. Great to have you with your phone the wrong way. Love to see that. There it is.
Perfect. Oh, there it is.
There it is. We are joined and no Leedy Corbin here today, unfortunately, but as you know, that does mean it is shitty doodle time. So make sure you get your shitty doodles ready. Make sure you get your pads ready, draw whatever you like from today's episode. We will show them during your game entries at the end. And last, but certainly not least, coming to us from a Furby paradise, it is Shannon Sorrow Burke.
What's up,
And
Shannon?
that's the VFR.
Awesome. And as always, we have 2 amazing comics today. We have Sammy Obeid is back. Sammy, how you doing, buddy?
Hey, just been working for the Canadian Postal Service, actually. The service is grade A.
Boom. And we have back Madison Sinclair. Sinclair is back. Madison, how you doing?
Hey, I'm good. Actually, I have something to say. Sean Ehrlich,
Yes.
Yep.
my professor at FSU.
Really?
What?
I took
Wow.
INR 2002 with you.
I thought the name was familiar.
Yeah, and I used to be Madison Dorr. And I went through my old emails and I had pneumonia and you let me make up the exam. So
Oh, look at that.
Wow.
Somebody should nominate Sean Ehrlich for the Nobel Peace Prize. You know what? Let's do that next time.
That is incredible. Look at that. That is quite a connection. I love that. I love
That
that.
is awesome. Well, there you go. Cool. I like your lighting, Madison. It looks cool. What's that neon behind you? Is that you and neon?
the naked lady.
What? Are you specifically just a random naked lady?
Random naked lady,
Okay,
yeah.
fair. That's cool. Oh, cool. That's cool. That's
That's
awesome.
naked lady lighting. What does that even mean?
That neon sign behind her.
I
Is a
just
naked
want to
lady.
look at a naked lady in a neon sign.
And it's behind the curtain, and that's what's creating that glow. I get it now. That's pretty damn cool. I don't know why. I feel like my backdrop's a lot darker than it normally is, and it's driving me nuts. I don't know why that's happening.
Did you miss the batteries on your light? Maybe that happens sometimes.
I don't know. I don't know what's happening. It's back to my old computer, and don't worry about it. But you know,
Rach, we got anything to catch up on before we get rolling with this show? What we got?
Yes, we do. I also had a thought, and Amina had said the same thing in the YouTube chat. Next time we have Jodie Sweetin on, when we introduce the VFR, we should all be turned sideways and enter like that. While she's
Yes.
we hum the music. That would be very funny.
That is very funny.
But some generals. Zara said, a pickup line for a server. I've got one, and this is a general. Sup, Cass. I can pronounce your name correctly.
Okay, I think what she was trying to say, Rach, I know reading's not your thing, is sup, Cash. I can pronounce your name correctly. It's like a general.
Exactly.
You know what I
Not
mean?
what I was saying. Technic said, Bauer said, when they hear the groan, it's over. You hear that? Front Row Steve said, "This is so Bowers can clearly enunciate that Valar are now Patreons without Gleib and the Hoff blathering over him and the vocalizations. Yes, we have great weed in Canada. Oh, look, a squirrel." Bunst, on behalf of Sean and the Balvin, I don't know how to pronounce that. Balvin?
Albany.
Balviny. That seems easy enough. Excellent choice, she said.
Also, by the way, the reason that we didn't announce Steve's Patreon is because they sent it through the Canada Post.
And then last general is from Renee Wenzel. She's having fun, and for the she tipped on behalf of the cat butt thing that her female loves to show off her butt and will put it in her face often.
I love it.
I hope she's also talking about a cat.
Female.
Thank
My
you.
female. Okay, well.
That's it.
All right. Are we caught up?
Caught up.
Let's get to a set. Let's do it. Coming up right now, it is our favorite Sammy Obeid, everybody. Woo!
Hey! Hope everyone's doing well. I'm sure mostly everybody here's vaxxed. I was going to get vaxxed last month, and then I got COVID from a show like about a month and a half ago. So now I'm just going to wait for a little bit, not because of the antibodies, but because I know in a month this can come with a free Chipotle gift card. So I got a burrito for lunch today, and I ate half because I'm an adult. Finally know the bounds of my stomach. And then I tried to wrap the half up with foil, and it didn't fit. You ever done that before? Like, foil reduces its size every time you use it. You know, so I took a few more bites and then the foil got even smaller, you know? It's like a war you're fighting with foil every time. Like you got to eat like down to one bite and then foil's like, yeah, that's enough. I got you. Thank you. That bit's not going anywhere. Anyways, I have to build momentum and get to the point. That's why it's called foil. It foils your plans, but I wasn't there. Anybody here was at the Jan 6 insurrection? All right, okay, that's good. I just doing the job the government's not doing. So, yeah, it's crazy. I mean, what a tragedy. And 5 people died, and I don't know if they like reported this, but like 3 of the people who died actually died of natural causes. That's crazy. Like one guy actually died of a heart attack. Like that's how serious cardiovascular disease in America, where it's just like, oh, major tragedy. Well, I got my dibs on this. But yeah, so many of you know I'm Palestinian American because it's like slightly more in vogue to say it now. Not really, not by a lot. I posted a lot of videos in the last few weeks. I've been getting a lot of hate mail, a lot of people calling me anti-Semitic, and it's like I'm trying to like respond in the easiest way possible. And, like, so the best thing I've got is like, I can't be anti-Semitic. My favorite friend is Ross. But yeah, people are like, oh, you don't support the right for a Jewish state. I'm like, I do. I never said I did. The only reason I wouldn't want a Jewish state is because I would rather have them in my neighborhood. You know, I love them so much. Oh yeah, then like Black Lives Matter came out, was supportive of the Palestinians and stuff, which just means there's going to be a lot of Blackistinian babies coming out pretty soon. But as many people know, Palestinians are they do have an affinity for rocks, so I do see the solution involving Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. Yeah, I remember I was doing like some material like a couple years ago, and somebody came up to me after the show and was like, "Hey, can I give you some advice?" I was like, "Oh, this is gonna be good." That's why we do this. Come for the laughs, stay for the advice. And he was like, "Can you not do political material because it really divides the crowd?" I was like, "Whoa, newsflash!" Like that's what makes political material fun. You know, you divide the crowd so you see if you can bring them back together. You know, like everybody loves political material, just not at the same time. Gotta wait your turn. And he was like, dude, he's like, well, you should trust me because I'm a magician. I said, what did you just say? I don't think anybody's ever said that line before. Trust me, I'm a magician. I think it's the other way. Like, don't trust me, I do tricks for a living. Like dividing the crowd. Why don't you stop sawing people in half? Yeah, somebody called me full of shit recently, which I find just like a really dumb saying because, like, if you know anything about the human body, we're all full of shit at any given time. The only people who aren't full of shit are people who took a laxative or fasting and had a clonic recently. Not a lot of people. And that's not a sustainable position. But yeah, a lot of talk right now about the police and de-escalation, which I'm all for de-escalating the police, because police, I've known them to like escalate a lot in situations. Like, you ever get pulled over and like they yell at you, like, you know how fast you were going back there? And you're like, 67, try 68. Like, I don't know if that deserved that much forehead vein, I once got chased by a mall cop because I got too many free samples at the cafeteria. He chased me from the lower to the upper level. That is not de-escalation. Here's my idea on how to make the police de-escalate very simply, and it doesn't cost anything. We just ask the police to sing when they give their commands to civilians. Right? You know how fast you were going back there? Like, oh, that's kind of nice. Crosswalk, everybody use a crosswalk. The cool police will try to rap, you know what I mean? Like, rule number 1, don't drink and drive. Mind the speed limit, it's 65. Come on now. Who wanna fuck the police? Now, who wanna fuck the police? If you don't like that, say hello to my little friend. It's a taser. Don't worry, it's a taser. So, don't worry. I took the magician's advice on that joke. So, all right, that's all for me. Thank you so much, everybody.
Sammy Obeid, everybody. Sammy Obeid. Tip jar is open. Top right of the screen is our Venmo. You can PayPal at sdscshow.com. Of course, Super Chat on the YouTube. Do all of that stuff. And remember, the first 3 letters of Palestinian spells pal.
Yes.
By the way, that don't do political material, you're dividing the crowd thing, that is so relatable. The amount of fucking messages I get, what they mean is don't do political material that I disagree with. I'm dividing myself from the rest of the crowd. That's what they mean.
And also people, as I say in my act, people also only, for some reason, like, heckle comics and come out when it's political material, when comics all the time say things that I'm sure doesn't apply to your own personal value system, and you don't chime in. No one ever shouts out, "No one comes in my face!"
I did have
Let the comic have that one.
I did have someone shout that out once, but
you're a big closer too, huh, Steve? Wow.
No, it wasn't a comedy show, and she was very adamant about it when she was yelling. But
no, I just meant at a show. But but it is true. It is very weird that people will say that. And like, my standard go-to is like, do you walk into dress stores and be like, "You're dividing the crowd. Not everybody wears dresses." Like, no, they're playing to their audience. That's their audience.
Right.
That is true.
The irony is it's always somebody who knows even less than the comedian about politics, which is even more sad,
Yeah.
Exactly. What you were describing what the police was singing, though, I think that was a Smash NBC show called Cop Rock. Oh, wait. That was canceled after 4 episodes because it was awful. I don't know if it would work, but...
They actually put in the cancel order during the first episode. It just took a few to...
Description, it says, "This soon-to-be-canceled show features cops singing."
They actually received the cancel order, but they didn't listen to anything that didn't come in song. And so episodes.
I better cancel my pilot, Copstone Creamery. So.
By the way, Sammy, your foil joke, it wasn't that it wasn't funny. I was so afraid to laugh early and miss the math pun that was going to be at the end. I've seen it enough that I was afraid that, like, at the end you were going to foil me, and I laughed too early. So I was waiting to have some crazy math pun at the end. That's why.
I'll be honest. I just didn't know that foil disappears. I've never had that issue. So
like all plastic wrap kind of guy.
No, the more it crinkles, the smaller it would get because the surface area is getting smaller and smaller. It makes sense.
Right.
I just was expecting a math pun of some kind, and it didn't.
That's a good. I'll use the math pun next time. I was going to make it mathematically because you try to wrap the half thing and it's not enough. So you got to have like a quarter. So you got to eat like 3/4. And every time I start talking about that, people are like, "All right, I'm going to stop listening." So.
I definitely want us to get to some of Sammy's tips, but before you go to the next set, I do have 2 off-topic things I'd like to discuss. So give me a moment between Bowers.
What?
Well, Rachel, let's do some tips, and then I won't go right into Madison. That makes sense. All right, Rachel, what we got coming in?
Why am I lost? Okay. So we had, let's see, Dana tipped each comic $5 and said, I'm doing voice to text today, keeping the paws away from the keyboard unless LaBelle shows up in fetching panda outfit, and that'll be all. Just a call back to yesterday. Kim Stewart sent you $10 and said, I love all your bits.
Oh, thank you.
Let's see. Ron Gould for Sammy. I was hoping that foil joke would have turned into a first outside, inside last punchline. Maybe
There we go.
X time. Yeah. Great set.
The people have spoken. That's where it's going to go.
Let's see. Hannah Lester tipped and said, great set. Thanks for the laughs. Then we have Greg Burns Jackson tipped for Sammy. Forget the foil. Maybe try some but seriously rap.
It's going to turn into a PEMDAS joke. That's where it's going.
Alicia West sent you $10, so thank you, Alicia. Zara Bending tipped and said amazing set. And okay, now Ben, what were you wanting to say?
Thank you. So I just saw something I said it so awkwardly, I apologize. I saw something in the chat here that needs to be discussed. Sean Ehrlich put, just discovered I never responded to the last email Madison sent me asking a question about class. Sorry about that, Madison. So Madison, do you want to ask the question now? What is the question? John, is it something that you can share?
The answer is don't worry about it. You didn't miss anything.
How long ago
So
was that?
that's also the description of our show.
No, the description of our show is don't worry about it. You did miss a lot, but don't worry about it.
How long ago was that?
I graduated in 2015.
Have you been worried about it this whole time in case you missed something?
I've been up.
Oh, cool. I mean, in Sean's defense, he's got a lot of emails.
It's in the inbox. It's not even in saved messages.
Little did you know this whole time he could have replied, but he was busy being part of an online comedy show and didn't have time for the education of our nation's youth. And I understand that. I really do.
Education Nation. Welcome to the show.
Steve's doing his green screen green coat thing. That's fun. I like that.
Oh, thank God. That's why you're wearing that. That was the other thing I was going to bring up is like, what are you wearing?
Well, I was actually wearing it because it got a little bit colder in my studio, and I realized I was like, I have nothing with sleeves down here, and then I was like, oh wait, I have one thing, and it's this.
That is dope. I'm gonna need one of those. That is pretty dope. I was gonna make fun of you for saying now I understand why you only wear merch, because when you're left to your own devices, you wear neon green like you're about to get trapped on the side of the road and you're scared.
Which, by the way, is also still merch.
The next level of merch, Steve can just transform it live to whatever merch he wants.
Yep.
That is incredible. You know how like in Back to the Future, you have to get the flux capacitor to go up to 88 miles an hour. For Steve, you have to get up to 48 miles an hour.
Nice. Rachel, we got anything else coming in? We caught up?
I think we're caught up. Yep.
All right, let's get to our next set. Coming up right now, it's Madison Sinclair, everybody. Woo!
So I found out recently that car sex is illegal. But I'm going to keep doing it because cars can't get pregnant. There's a homeless man outside my apartment, and he loves Twinkies. So every time I see him, I'll buy him a Twinkie and give it to him. And I don't do it so that I can brag about it to other people and people will think I'm good. I do it because he has diabetes.
Oh, shit.
I don't work out because I have anxiety. I feel like if I want to raise my heart rate, I'll just write an email. But I did try P90X recently. If you don't know what P90X is, it promises to bring the military experience at your home. And it is like it's exactly that. I put the DVD in and immediately got sexually assaulted. I'm a feminist. I support all women who weigh more than me. I do think things are getting better for women, though. We're seeing more women in male-dominated arenas. Like me, for instance, I do stand-up comedy. I run my own business, and I commit domestic violence. Kidding. I don't run a business. It's a weird time to do comedy. I feel like people get offended by a lot of things these days. This one woman, she told me, Madison, like you can't say the word cunt. And it's like, I'm a comedian. Like I can nickname my grandma whatever I want. That's my grandpa's favorite joke. I've been nervous to date again after the pandemic because I feel like it's been like a long time. I went on my first date last week, and it turns out like dating is just like riding a bike. You know, like I didn't grow up with a dad, so I never knew how to do it.
Oh shit.
People are scared to date comedians because they think we're crazy, and it's not true. I was talking to my psychiatrist the other day. And he's like, Madison, there's genuinely no reason for you to be here. And sure, I was outside of his house. I'm going to end with a pride story. I'm sexually conservative, which takes people by surprise because they can see my makeup. I feel like this is like blackface for sluts. It's weird. I'm like a gremlin. Like if you feed me and get me wet, I will try to start a family with you. I've been trying to expand my horizons. All right, so before COVID, I went to a massage parlor. A lot of people are shocked to hear that. They're like, Madison, you're a pretty young lady. Why would you ever pay for sex? And it's simple. It was $5 extra. I was in Thailand. I can't pass up on those savings. That's crazy. I paid $1 for guac. That just feels, I don't know. To be fair, I didn't know it was that kind of massage place. I thought it was just a normal spa, open at Bangkok at midnight. I decided to go for it. And I realized maybe I had overextended myself. Like I have never had a one-night stand, and I went straight to international gay prostitution. Started feeling emotions for this woman. And to be fair, there was a moment where we locked eyes because she was waiting for me to pay her. And I couldn't stop thinking about her. I was like, all right, I have to look up this woman. I look her up. She shows up on Yelp. She's the most Yelped prostitute in Bangkok. And I felt so betrayed because I was like, I don't even know why I felt betrayed. I was like, I can't believe this prostitute I solicited was a whore. She had 200 Yelp reviews, which means she's probably banged 1 million people. Like, who's Yelping? But after the experience, I feel like I had emotions for her. I feel like I was like, well, maybe I should try dating women. So I went back to America, went on my first date with a woman, and the first question she asked, she was like, "What's your experience like with women?" When you've only been with Asian prostitutes. Bit of a loaded question.
Madison Sinclair.
Is that it? I don't know what's happening.
Madison Sinclair, everybody. Madison Sinclair. Tip jar is open. Top right of the screen is our Venmo. You can PayPal at sdscshow.com. Of course, super chat on the YouTube. I like the idea of what's your experience with women like? And you're like 4.5 stars?
also jumping straight to international gay prostitutes, I believe that's a 66.
And by the way, Sean, do you see that not returning that email gave her anxiety whenever she writes an email now?
She wouldn't have returned to a life of soliciting prostitutes if you only replied to that damn email, Sean.
I'm a failure of a teacher.
Funny. That is a pretty insane guac to sex conversion rate, though. $1 for guac, $5 for sex. I mean, that is a pretty. I mean, you got to do that. You can't not.
Also, where are you getting guac for only $1? That's pretty cheap.
I thought it was the same place. I thought that she was just in a burrito whorehouse.
Always arguably grosser.
She was at Hopotle.
Chipotle, L-A-Y at the end.
Chipotle, L-A-Y is way better, yes.
She was at Cheap Lay.
Chips Hole. You get chips and you get a lay from a hoe. It's all encompassing.
So Steve never rode a bike either, but he had a dad. What's your excuse, Steve? I love that dad joke. That was really funny.
I had a dad that couldn't afford a bike.
Oh, fair.
I mean, Steve, in fairness, there was a pink girl's bike in your house growing up. You just didn't want to use it. I'm just saying.
That is true. There was a rusted 1970s pink girl's bike in my house that I could have ridden and gotten beaten up for, and it's my fault for not doing it.
I forgot how to ride a
Thank
bike.
God Steve wasn't bullied as a child, or he might have ended up angry. That would have been terrible.
What's that, Madison?
I've forgotten how to ride a bike 3 times in my life.
Are we actually talking about bikes still?
Interesting.
Yeah.
I actually believe that because I ran into you during the pandemic in the streets, and I was on a bike. You didn't even look like you knew what it was. You were like, "What's this machine?"
Is this the iPhone 12? No, it's a bike. What are you talking about?
Where does the toast come out of?
By the way, I had sex with a car once too. It was exhausting.
Luckily, you got your sex drive back.
The old banana in the tailpipe bit. I get it. Nice job. All right. Rach, we got some tips coming in. What we got rolling?
All right. So we've got Zara tipped and said, Madison, your face is beat and I'm here for it. Also, sexually conservative still works with the makeup. Hashtag not a slut, just slut presenting. Let's see. Front row Steve sent you $10 and said, this will cover your next visit to the massage parlor.
That'll get you 2. Holy shit. 2 for Tuesday. Let's do it.
It's like 300 tie bot.
Look, I'm personally exhausted too, but we do have one more on the schedule here, so we got to get to it. You know what I mean?
We also had Chili Dog sent each comic $10, so thank you. Kim Stewart sent $5. Great set. Ray Benjamin for that next $5 deal.
$5. Okay.
Nope, it was not a $5 footlong. She said it was a female masseuse, my friend.
I was going to say $5 clit rub, but I thought that'd be gross. Go off, and I didn't say it, and then you made me say it.
Boy, I'm glad you didn't say that, Bowers.
I've told the story of the show before, Madison, but my buddy Todd was an undercover cop for years in Indianapolis, and one of the stings he had to go to massage parlors and then have him start giving him happy endings. But if he came, he couldn't arrest him, so he had to stop before he came. And he was wired up so he could talk to him. And it was one of the funniest stories of all time.
What was his hit record? Like, what was the? How many times did he come? How many?
He never came. He did pretty good, but he did one time. He like the last one they were doing. He tried to get. He got 2 girls in the room, and the guys in the van were losing their fucking minds.
They were like, "Let these 2 go, buddy. You just have fun."
Let's see. More tips. We had on the YouTube, Canucking Crazy sent you 5 Canadian for more massages.
Oh, nice. Canucking Crazy.
Actually, 5 Canadian only covers the guac.
No, Canadians are so polite. They'll do it for $5. It's fine.
Let's see. Alexander Breyer tipped and said, I pretty much taught my 7-year-old to ride a bike in 2 days. I'll teach you.
All right.
I mean, with all respect, we taught Steve how to ride a bike in about 30 minutes. I'm just saying.
Yes, we taught him how to ride a bike for sure. That's what we did.
I rode over you on a ramp, Bowers.
You didn't, though. You jumped off.
Oh, he got over me on the ramp.
No, I got over him on the ramp.
Yeah. He didn't have his feet on the pedal.
Side, but
by the way, if by riding a bike we mean sitting on a bike and using your feet to make it go, then yes, Steve is very good at riding a bike. On the ground, like Flintstone's bike. That's what he's doing.
The only reason Bauer's saying that is because he wants you to get back on that bike in your church, Steve, and work on your skills.
All I'm saying is I'm better at riding a bike than Madison, and that makes me feel good.
Oh, you want bike off?
Oh, bike off.
Bike off.
Ooh, bike off.
Ooh, I like this.
Oh, she put her hoodie up too, dog. It's a hoodie off and a bike off.
R.I.P. BMX.
A lot of bike talk on this show lately.
Let's see. Frankie Berman tipped you $5 and said, I can only imagine what your papers would have been like in Sean's class. Let's see. Ray Benjamin tipped Sammy $5 and said, in case you go to Bangkok.
Thank you. I'm going for the 1 star.
He's in Bangkok looking up at Madison's Yelp reviews, seeing if he can find the place. What's that girl's name? Jesus Christ.
Which one has 200? Yeah.
Also, I love the idea of like, if someone gives her a 5-star Yelp review, great, they're helping business. But who like gets a massage with a happy ending and be like, 3 stars. This was average. Have to tell the world immediately.
Depends on how many rings she had on, probably. I've definitely had some 2-star hand jobs, Steve. That's all I'm saying.
Like the idea of just like a masseuse that doesn't have a lot of confidence. She's like, for an extra $5, I can give you a not sad ending.
She's like you ever see the ending to My Girl? It's kind of like that.
Oh, looking for a sad ending. If we could bring in the beehive, bring in the beehive.
I was thinking like Eddie like Lost, the show, where it's super confusing and not satisfied, but you are glad that it's over.
All right, we are caught up. We are ready.
All
for
right,
game
let's play the game. Here we go.
And Shitty Doodles.
Shitty
The
Doodles.
game today is pickup lines that servers would say or that you'd say to servers. So these are a couple of the unpaid entries that I liked. I liked Julia Creedor's poke your fork in me because I'm done. And then Allison Lamery's are you as dirty as my dishes?
Nice.
All right, let's see who's up first. Frankie Berman.
Yep, so I got 2. I have, this carryout container isn't big enough for the both of us. And then I have, you always serve me great portions.
Oh, he served me great portions, is that what he said?
Yeah, you always serve me great portions.
Oh, I didn't hear it.
Yeah, I got cut off a little.
Internet, so.
That's all right.
Yeah.
That was good.
Nice. JP.
All right. I ordered a drink so you could see I'm an organ donor. You brought me dinner. Can I bring you breakfast?
Ah, nice.
And I got a shitty doodle.
Rap cops.
Pretty good. Anna.
So, I'm not sure. They're
The budget driven by the budget chicken.
Yeah, all the damage packages coming up.
Love it.
So I have, is your bedroom as hot as our kitchen? and I also have, I love all kinds of tips.
Both kinds.
Jack for the notes, Ben.
That wasn't a note. That was just a tag. That's different.
That's different. Slightly different.
Shitty doodle for Sammy. There's Dwayne the Solution Johnson. Nice Palestinians, or I'll lay the smack down on your candy ass. And for the game, so I hear you like Jack in the Box.
That works perfect.
Holy shit, that's good.
And the second one's just going to be a quote. Fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. You're cool. Fuck you, let's go out.
Cass.
These are also lines I've gotten at work.
Oh, yes. These are great. Or terrible, depending on your perspective, I guess. Here we go.
Oh, awful. I'd rather you give me my coffee wearing just the apron.
And that didn't work. These are ones that didn't work, is what you're saying. Okay, good.
And so do you taste like coffee?
Oh, God.
I gotta say, the lack of survival instinct on someone hitting on someone unwanted who's holding a cup of hot coffee.
What's that, Cass?
I carry a knife too.
I did not know that.
Yeah. I'm going to start trying harder to get your name right.
I know you carry a knife. I'm just saying, is it like, okay.
God damn.
Well, it's under the apron, but you can...
Oh, yeah, no,
Yeah, if the guy's like, "Hey, what's under the apron?" and you're like,
Her new name is Knifeska Ills.
A knife in your apron, or are these lines working?
"Knife in your apron," or are you really unhappy to see me?
I can fillet you, though.
I'm into filet-dio. That's not what it's the same thing.
Idio.
Sorry, LaBelle.
All right, so I'll start with my doodle. So I have a magician saying "ta-da," and then Sammy saying, "You're the one dividing the crowd." All right, so I've got one as a customer, and it's basic. It's what time do you get off and how? And the other one is as a server, are you a complicated order because you're making things really hard for me?
I love the way you transported us to which character you're playing before reading them. That really helped.
Jason.
All right, I have one from the server perspective. What is my fly doing in your soup?
I love that it's still a question.
Abby.
I have one from the server's perspective, which is, this is very hot. Be careful how you touch it. And one from the customer's perspective. Well, I've been looking at my options. Would you recommend the taco or the sausage?
Madison, you want to take this one?
Taco has 5 stars.
Guacamole is extra.
I have one. Are you still working on that, or do you want to take it home in my box?
Oh,
That's a good one. Let's see, Ray.
How am I supposed to follow that? Okay, this one comes across really bad after some of the previous ones. It's yo Cass, buy you dinner.
Yeah, that was that. I would have not said that one. Right? Read the room.
For the for the network servers, the AYT, which is the "Are you there" command.
Oh my god!
Got to fuck a computer now, Ray? I like that.
I guess we did say server. We were not specific.
LaBelle's like those computers have a little fan in them, so yeah, I'm in. Let's do this.
Cassie.
Got my breadstick isn't unlimited, but I could fill your basket a few times. And seeing you is the only time I want to be sure my meat is well done.
Oh my god.
Winglepleck.
All right. Shitty doodles. First for Sammy. It's the grade A.
Nice.
Also, we have Ehrlich. Sorry, I forgot to send Madison. I was busy at SDSC. And I have the.
Oh no, Chipotle!
Oh no! Hey, those are the doodles.
I am so glad that wasn't full screen, Taylor. Thank you.
Oh god, it's so funny.
Hold on, do we need it
on that one?
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Well, now I'm on screen.
Need an even screen.
Oh,
Alright.
Still, somehow it makes Chipotle look more appetizing. I don't know how you did that.
For the pickup lines, I have any chance you're interested in my leftovers. And then my meat's only medium right now, but maybe you can help make it well.
Boom. That's a good one. Nice work.
Zara.
Cass, that is a knife. Aussie, we know knives. That's a fucking knife. Okay, that's you. Look, if you give me that tip, I promise I'll put it down on you like it's all gratuity. And my second one, I'm not proud of this one. Do you guys do Korean barbecue here? Because I want that meat all up on my grill. That's on the internet now.
Can't take it back.
All I can do now is just picture the vast number of Zara's unready mails. That's all I can picture.
Greg, waiter, don't burn my Jackson.
All right. I got a doodle. It's also Sammy. Let's see. Oh, it's not going to work with that background. Oh, there he is. This is exhausting.
He's fucking the car.
Zara's facial expression is fantastic. That is incredible.
All right. And for game entries, I got, excuse me, miss, I need a reheat, but your phone number might work. And hey baby, are you in the weeds? Because I got a bushwhacker in my pocket.
Oh my god.
Aranka. Oh, shitty doodles.
Nice to know. I didn't have that much time for that one, but bike off.
What does it say?
Just to be on it.
If I fall on her, does that count? And wait, The feet are supposed to go where? Okay.
Nice.
I wasn't listening, so hopefully they haven't been done yet. I would like the me and you, please.
To go.
And I've never been eaten here before.
Oh my god. Hopefully no one said that. Hopefully.
Not the correct wording, no?
Pass the Heim 67. All right.
Stephen Val.
Oh, muted.
Yeah, sorry.
There we go.
First, we need to start with a public announcement. The US dollar is worth $1. The Canadian is 75 cents. Guacamole is $1. Happy endings are $5. So Canadians, when you donate tonight, please keep this in mind. Got a few doodles. Val has one.
Pull it back a little bit. Pull it back a little bit.
Stop dividing the crowd. That's a good one. I like.
That's great.
There's blood. I like the blood. That was a nice touch.
I have one too.
He's a magician.
I forgot his name, so it was, "Hi, my name is." And finally, we do have a couple of lines on a play on what was said earlier. What time do you get off? And what time do you finish work? And then from the waiter point of view, are you done with that?
What time do you get off? About 10 minutes after she does.
Curtis.
I don't have any game entries. I have two quick doodles though.
All right.
Ben. Ooh, 67. Hashtag foil shrinkage.
Yeah, definitely don't try to put foil in your dick in a pool. That's for sure. It's not gonna work out.
Gonna ruin everything.
Ehrlich.
I was not prepared to go from the doodle of my face to the doodle of Chipotle, and but so my doodle is me walking away from my computer, not sending an email to Madison, and looking very proud of myself. And here's me discovering it sent her into a life of prostitution.
That's great.
And then I only have one.
You never know the power you have as a teacher, Sean. So you meet them in the wild, you're like, wow, I didn't realize I had this much impact on you.
And then one pickup line is, "Hi, I'm Sean. Do you want to get dinner sometime? Not here."
That's a good one.
Adrian.
Oh, hey. I wasn't even sure if I was allowed to talk, but I did.
Oh, yeah.
So I started doing a doodle of just some random thing. And then later I wrote sheep oat lay. I tried to draw a taco and it didn't really work out. Then I did like a bike off thing and I tried to make a bike, but I
make it
forgot
closer to you.
Pull it into frame.
what a bike looks like.
That's not a bike.
That's Harry stuck in a drawer.
If this is for the most shitty drawing, I think I would win.
I mean, I'm not gonna argue with you.
Here's a bike, which I added later, and my pickup lines are. Keep in mind, I was hella nervous and I didn't know what I was doing. So Steve and I actually had an entire conversation about silverware. But
that sounds about right. All
that
right.
is neither here nor there. So my lines are, what are you silver wearing? And then serving food as well as looks.
Nice. You know what they say about drawing a bike? It's just like riding a bike. I forgot how.
Great job,
All
Adrian.
right. Is there anyone else in our video audience that wants to participate? Wave at me and be on camera. Nope. Okay, these are the rest of the entries. So we have Oingo Boingo. If you get the pineapple in your entree, I can enjoy it for dessert.
Oh, wow! That is amazing.
I am so jealous about Steve's green screen skills. Hold on.
Oh my God!
That was good.
That was
pull
really
the sky
good.
out of your mouth. That was
It's
awesome.
real.
I've been practicing all episode. I've been watching.
Ben, it's like a $20 shirt. It's fine.
We also had Dina had sorry I can't take that off your bill, but we could put it on me. We could put me on it.
Especially good for a guy named Bill. Definitely.
Amina had I would like a burger. You know, what can you make?
Okay.
I would like a burger. You know what? Can you make that an anus pounder?
We're all animals. And by the way, I love Rachel's recognition face. That was so good.
Oingo
Rachel's
Boingo,
got
one last
resting
thing.
recognition face.
Oingo Boingo. Oh, you said condiments?
By the way,
The condiment.
also I just wrote down anus pounder and it autocorrected to anus ponder.
Shannon Savage. I typically like my meat well done, but you can have it raw.
Baby, I like it raw.
Shannon Savage. You know what makes a perfect menu? Me and you.
Oh, yeah, that's
Wow.
a nice one.
Josh Ritter. You've been great. Would you give me private lessons on servicing back at my place?
It sounds like a bad translation of someone doing one of these game entries. You are nice. Would you come back to my place for service?
Alicia West, let me show you my daily special. Anna Hood, I'm sorry, Rachel, and please apologize to everyone for me. Don't blame me, blame Steve. Her entry is, I'd love to see your dick in my fries anytime.
Oh. That's a reference to a joke from Secret Optimist.
Right.
And then Dave Adler, I ordered the beer because I wanted you to see I'm an organ donor. Here, take my heart and my money.
Aw, he made it sweet about his dick.
That's it.
All right. It's a bunch of, anus pounder was very funny. The pineapple dessert one really got me. I ordered the drink so you can see in my door. I like that. I like both the JPs actually. Jack with the I hear you like Jack in the Box was really good. Jason's what is my fly doing in your soup? But I got to give it to Zara's with his Korean barbecue because I want all that meat on my grill or this grill. My vote. Madison, what was your favorite?
I like anus pounder.
There you go. That's Amina's. Nice job, Sandy.
As a game entry, let's be clear. She meant as a game entry.
She's sexually conservative. That's definitely a game entry.
Yeah, I got to give a shout out to Jack in the Box and organ donor, but meat on the grill. I mean, I'm going to use that sometime. I'm sorry. Go either way. That's the beauty of it.
Yeah, love it.
Yeah.
Love it. Rach, what's your favorite?
I also liked Fly Doing in Your Soup from Jason. And Shannon Savage's The Me and You, which was really, really cute, and all the other ones you guys mentioned. But I'm going to give it to Oingo Boingo's The Pineapple.
Nice. Ben.
Loved all of those, especially to show you I'm an organ donor from JP, but I got to give it to Jason Bolish with "What is my fly doing in your soup?"
All right, Steve, pick a winner.
It's so close. I'm debating between the "What is my fly doing in your soup" and the Korean barbecue one. I think I'm giving it to Zara with the Korean barbecue on the grill. That was Jesus. That is, and I'm gonna open a Korean barbecue place with that slogan.
I'm gonna go to Australia. That's how we're different, Steve. Awesome. Well, we don't have any doodles because we did the shitty doodles. Congratulations, Zara. You know how to claim your prize. So we're going to get to the prod. So, Madison, how do we find you? What shows you got?
Nope. We've got our own entry powers. And we've got Night King.
Oh, yeah, I
Our own
forgot about that.
entries.
Sorry, I'm trying to get done in 5 minutes when we're
5
supposed to get done in
minutes.
5 minutes. But that's all right. So let's do it fast. I've only got one, which is there's nothing better than a hand job from a woman who knows how to roll silverware. Anyway, what you guys got?
What?
I don't have any.
They roll silverware a lot. They're real good at it.
Steve, how many
This is
you
a game
got?
entry, Steve.
A game entry. Go ahead. How many
All
you
right,
got?
it took me a second. How about my tip is only 5%?
My tip is 100%. That's the sad part. Okay, what else you got?
I've got, if you want to eat something low in carbs, may I interest you in the dick? I mean duck. Steve, you got more?
No.
I got a bunch here. Let me get through quickly. Would you like to hear our specials, or would you rather see them on the floor? Because I drop stuff a lot. Due to COVID, you can only stay here for 90 minutes, and I have to clean up and serve someone else, if you know what I'm saying.
Oh my gosh.
If you're cold, we could turn up the heat, except that I'd be walking around here naked. Yes, we used to serve the egg and the tortilla together, but now they are separate and claim to have never been together, but we've all seen the photos. Also, what are you doing later? I'm going to blindfold you, then you're going to bring my food out while banging into everything along the way and spilling all of my food. Oh, yeah. And lastly, you're so sweet, I don't need dessert, but I'll still have the tiramisu, chocolate cake, and ice cream.
Honestly, I don't think the joke that like, oh, Ben doesn't get laid, like that's a running joke. I also don't think he goes to restaurants.
No, I think that those are his actual pickup lines, and that's why he doesn't get laid. It doesn't matter. Listen,
That's also why he gets thrown out of restaurants.
All right, are we caught up now?
Game.
Night King game. There we go.
Night
What's
King
the Night
game
King
is
game?
going to be pickup lines for or to chefs. That meant the same thing. From or for chefs. How's that?
Gotcha. Like
Yes.
bork, bork, bork. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
So,
right, sorry.
similar game but about chefs.
That's
Show
a
us your
spicy a dick and balls.
All right, it's time for the plugs. Madison, where do we find you? What shows you got coming up?
I'm doing Supernova on June. I should know the date. I think it's June 14th. I'll post that. But yeah, just watch Madison PI. I have a private investigator podcast. So check
Very
that
cool.
out. Yeah.
Awesome. We appreciate you being here. We'll see you next time. Sammy, how we find you? What you got coming up?
Yeah, I'll be at Cobb's in San Francisco on June 16th, and then I'll be doing shows in LA in July. So check those out.
Very cool. As for me, I'm at Bowers Comedy. You can check all that out at 5 o'clock Pacific. Origin Stories and Special Time. We're going to interview Jodie Sweet today. So Jodie Sweet is on Origin Stories, and then I am on the show tonight at Supernova 9:30 with Ben and Chris Newberg and a bunch of very awesome people, Kira Slavtanovich, a bunch of people from the show. So it's going to be a lot of fun. Come out to Supernova if you're in the LA area. I think a few people are coming. Ben, what you got coming up?
Yes, also on Supernova tonight, 9:30, also with Todd Barry and Jeff Ross and Tony Rock, all these Kira Sultanovich, I think you said that, great people. This Friday, 7 Pacific, 10 Eastern, I will be on for the 5th straight week on your television sets on the new show Banfield with Ashley Banfield, talking about the week's news. So please check that out. And I'm recording it tomorrow, so it might not go well. I'll tell you if I think you shouldn't watch it. And this Saturday at 5 Pacific, 8 Eastern at Nowhere Comedy Club on Zoom is the 1-year anniversary of my monthly show with Greg Proops. Greg and Gleib, it's a G thing. Please get a ticket. It's going to be an absolute blast. We cannot wait. So join us if you can.
Awesome. Steve, what you got selling out?
All right. San Francisco is not sold out yet. Check me out. I'm going to be at Cobb's also about a week after Sammy. Also, just today, Seattle and Salt Lake were officially announced. Tickets will go live for them tomorrow. So please grab those tickets for Seattle and Salt Lake tomorrow. Spokane and Portland still up. We're working on Boise, and there's a whole bunch of other cities. Check them out on my website.
Very cool. Rachel, anything you want to say? Anything to catch up on before we get the audience out here?
No, I'm just excited for the Jodie Sweetin episode in 45 minutes.
Yep, very cool.
That's it.
All right, audience, thanks so much. It's time where we say goodbye. We love you guys. We'll see you Friday for Fucking Fan Friday. You guys are awesome as always. Shut those cameras off. We'll get rolling. And have a good night, everybody.
And I do want to announce, actually coming up, so we announced yesterday on the Patreon that we are changing the pin and the t-shirts effective August 1st. So a few people did join, so thanks for that. You still have time. And also, we're going to be doing a special Ben's birthday episode on Fan Friday, June 18th. So join us.
And I just confirmed it with my mom moments ago. My mom will be joining us as a guest on that episode.
Oh, look at that.
Pretty exciting.
I know a question I'm going to ask.
I'm going to vet that question in advance, but I will just tell you this. My mom is so cool that every time I hadn't seen a friend from high school that I hadn't seen in 10 years, literally they'd be like, "Oh, hey, how's your mom?" I'm like, "I'm here too. Can I get a hello first as well?" My mom is pretty awesome, so I think you guys will dig her.
Very cool. Awesome. All right. Well,
all right. Have a good night, guys.
Yeah, I'll see you guys for the Jodie Sweetin thing. If you're coming to Origin Stories, I'd like to see that, and we'll see you on Friday.
Taylor, shut me off.
And what a great time. Thanks for being with us, you guys. We'll see you next time on SDSC.
Find that cloud.